Well, hello, planner babes, and welcome to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and select the bell for notifications. Well, first, I want to thank all my awesome Patreon members who help make it possible to create videos like this. And here they are. Well, thank you guys so much. And if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/organizedplannerchic. Okay, you guys. Well, this is a look at my tiny craft room and everything that I have done since my craft room tour last year. I try to have a tour every January because I just redo things and figure out what works best based on how I've used my space. And I've definitely had some unique experiences in 2023 that called for a lot of change. So let's get into it, and let me first let you know behind this door is a storage closet, and it extends the full length of this little wall right here, and it goes back about 3 feet deep, and it has some craft supplies and things in it as well. But my late husband's stuff is in there, and I need to redo some of that. So we're not going to go into that today. But we'll go ahead and start in this corner. Now, this painting and these shelves, this section right here with the binders, that is all actually my mother's. My parents moved in with us 2 years ago in February because my father has late stage Parkinson's and is bedridden now. And so my mom shares the space. That's why I have this small area now for my craft room. And then here where this curtain is the opening to actually go into my bedroom. So it's kind of like I have my little mother-in-law suite right now because my daughter and her husband and the toddler are staying here just a couple of months since they're moving here from Colorado. So here we have some of my artwork that I just taped on the wall because these are kind of odd shaped. They don't fit in traditional frames, and I'd have to cut a lot of the art around it to put them in those frames. So I just taped them with masking tape on the wall. So these are just some of the original pieces of watercolor and some mixed media that I created for my Patreon members over the years. And you'll see some more as we go along. And then under there, I have this little stand that I've reconfigured. It used to have paper and stuff in it, but now it is all my acrylic paint and everything that goes with acrylic painting. So I've got all of the colors, containers separated by colors up there as well. And then I've got some paint pens, some pouring paint, and some spray paint down there. And then here in this bin, I'll explain that when we get to some of the other plastic bins, but this was part of a set of plastic bins, and I'll explain that as we go along. And then behind here, I've just got the different brushes that I would use for acrylic paints. And then I have a couple of pans here that were actually for some frozen dinners that my dad likes, that my mom gives my dad. And they're really good containers for when you need to deal with a lot of paint at one time. And then just a little something to cover the surface of anything. And then like a little thing that you can put your different brushes in. And then this stand I actually got from a thrift store, not Goodwill. I know y'all, I usually go to Goodwill, but it was a different thrift store. And it's actually swiveled, but I just made it stop. And so it works perfectly for acrylic. And then I'll tell you too, this isn't new. I did this last year, but I just sectioned off the area that I am using in this long sunroom with these curtains here. And they're just some curtains that I had before. And then I have it tied up at the top around this other area so it doesn't get too hot. But if I need to be by myself and I need to make it clear to my family that I need to not be disturbed, then I take those down so that the whole area is kind of cut off and divided. And so here on top of this little dresser thing or end table, whatever you want to call it, I've got some plastic containers. And so right here, these are all holding things that I am packaging to give to my $10 Patreon members who get stationery packets. And that's where I store those things. And then on top of that, this basket I got from Goodwill is housing what I'm packaging right now to send out this month. And I got both of these little plastic drawer sets from Goodwill for like $3 each or $3.49, something like that. And then this one I bought new, and I just took the wheels off, and it is holding all of my yarn and all of my embroidery thread. And they are all separated by color. So like orange, brown, purple are all in there. Pink and green are in here. This like turquoise color and yellow and white and gray are in there. And then I got these two. I have not used them yet, and I've had them a while, but they're pon makers from Dollar Tree, and it's two different sizes. So I need to use those. And then on top of there are these containers from Dollar Tree, and inside is everything that I'm going to be working on my next spreads for my junk journals. And so I just have, like if I have a big project coming up, I just store the stuff for that project in that bin or set of bins right here. And then to the left of that, or actually under that, here in this top drawer, I have a bunch of different pen cases because I like to vary these and use different ones. I have all different cute kinds, and then sometimes when I give giveaways, I'll give away these cases with stuff inside of them. And then I have stencils are all to the right of that. And here's a little container when I want to move to a different area of the house and work on something. Then I can put my pens and pencils and markers and all that I'm going to use at that time in that container. And then sometimes I make little stamp and stencil stuff, and that goes in there as well. And then under that drawer, which this drawer set of drawers came from Goodwill, and under in here are all bags and cases that have stuff in them that I use whenever I am working like at the library or going to the park or going out of town. They all already have stuff stored in them depending on what I'm doing or what I'm working on and where I'm going. So like I have one that's for watercolor, I have one that's for all different mixed media, and all of that is in that drawer. And then next to all of that is this cabinet that I had a long time, and I shared it in previous videos, and now it's under this table, which we'll talk about in a bit. But at the bottom of the cabinet is all giveaway stuff, and I haven't done a giveaway in a while, you guys. My husband died in August, and I've just been trying to get my life together, but that's where I store all of that. And then in the top drawer of this cabinet, which I got from Goodwill as well, is I can reach in here. I organized everything with this table here so that I can just grab the bag for whatever it is. So this is a bag of different colored tissue paper. This is a bag of the little plastic bag containers, and under that is a little bag of bags for packaging. Sorry, can't get it out now. For packaging things that I give to my Patreon members. And then, you know, to the right of that are the envelopes that I put, the packages that I put them in when I ship them. And so, yeah. And then right above that right here, I have, these were from Dollar Tree years ago. They're little caboodles. And in here are different pastels. So like I have water soluble pastels are in all of these. And then the colors, because there's different colors in each one. And so those are all there. And then I've got crayons. I've got Crayola crayons, Dollar Tree crayons, which I'm probably going to give those away. And then I've got some of the little ones that are kind of unique that you can get in Dollar Tree for those little smaller ones, and you just want to take a few crayons with you. And then I've got a set of 24. Again, I need to give some of these away, so I'll be doing that. And then one with different skin colors, but all the crayons stack up right here. So for sure, I'm giving some of those to my daughter for her to use with my grandson. And then I'll probably give some in some giveaways as well. And then this, I've shared in a short recently. At the bottom is all of my pens, different color pens. And then I have, yeah, that's kind of a marker pen in this case. And then I do have some alcohol markers in here. I have a couple of bins of those because I don't have a lot of those. But these are all pens. And then I have my main drawing pens are at my desk, and I'll show you guys that. And then here are, right here, these two bins that are stacked are all Tombow dual brush pens. And then here are all, not all of them, but these are the ones I had before I got a 100 set of the Crayola Super Tips. And I have some other kind of markers I can't think of right now that are in this bin as well. And then I've got some Sharpies there, and that's everything in there. And then on top here is this really cool thing. You know, you can get this from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and it's like $40 or more, and I got it for like $7.99 or $7.49 at Goodwill. I mean, that was like the best deal I've ever gotten of anything, pretty much. And I love it. And you can see all the different kind of stuff that's in here. And then to the right of that, both of these containers are those cupcake containers from Dollar Tree, and the bottom and the top both have sewing supplies in them. And then right here is a Dollar Tree bin, and inside are these little containers that I got from Family Dollar, and they have different things in them. Oops, my little plant, but it's got like these little sequins kind of things in them, all of those in different colors. And then I've got like some really cute pom-poms, such pretty fall colors from Dollar Tree, and some more right there, different set of colors. Oops, right there. So that is what's in those. And I've got some more of my artwork on the wall right behind that. And then right here is just one of the two gosh, can't think of the word, Walmart lamps that I use to light my area for filming and just for working. And then I just have hanging on here to close the curtains. I have two sets of curtains on this big window back here. And I use this scarf from Dollar Tree to tie up one set of the curtains. And then I have that lamp over there, and I have another Dollar Tree scarf to tie up that. And these little pom-pom things I got around Easter time one year at Dollar Tree, and I just thought they were so cute. So that's why I have them there. And then I just did a short recently to show this, this is a Walmart shelving unit, and I just put a faux plant on top because I didn't want anything too heavy to be at the top. And then that's just a little tambourine I got from my sorority years ago. And then on this shelf is all watercolor supplies, watercolor palettes, and everything I need for watercolor. And then on this shelf is all colored pencils. And also I like to use, when I draw with watercolor and colored pencils, faces on people. I like to use real makeup sometimes, and I got that makeup from Dollar Tree. Got my drawing pens back there, and cases for drawing pens, or sorry, drawing pencils, and cases for pencils, and a little complete drawing set here. And then under that, I have this really heavy thing for, I can't think of what you call it, but you roll these plates in there, like an embosser thing. My friend gave that to me, and it's heavy, so it really helps balance and have heavy weight at the very bottom of this shelving unit. And then, you know, a couple of things in there, and then some coloring books and some of my original art and binders are there. And then I've got a plant. This is the only real plant in here because I have a couple of plants hanging up here, and when I had real ones, the ceiling, however that is, the hook is screwed in there, it did not support it, and it came crashing down. And then it did on this one too, which I still need to put a fake plant up there. So I keep fake plants in here. So that one that was there is now on top of this shelf, and then I still have that one, but the real plant is right here. Yeah. And then on here, what I did, I was so excited, this worked out and turned out so well, is I just took some Dollar Tree vinyl, you know, that's supposed to go on a vinyl machine like a Cricut, and I covered this table, which is a very old table that I got from Goodwill forever ago. It was worn out, and I covered it, and then I didn't do the very edges, which is fine. And then I just used as my inspiration this sort of leopard cheetah print, and made a leopard print just using Sharpie. Yeah, and I think it turned out really well. And then under the table, I have some plastic drawers. Now this table is too short. This bar right here is too short for, well, I guess period is too short to have all three of the drawers, like this drawer here, all three sets. And so I just took off the top ones. And so I have three sets down here of on the wheels, but I took off the top drawers, and then I think I had multiple sets somehow, and I combined to where I only wind up having one. See, this has a top and that has a top. These both have a top, but that one down over in the back doesn't. And it is what, sorry you guys for moving the phone like that, but that's where this is. Yeah, so that's that part, and the white part that goes with it is in my closet. So under here in that set of drawers, I have all fabric, and in the basket on top is some more fabric. And then this set of drawers is all stickers. And then on the top is more stickers in one of those Dollar Tree bins. Yeah. So that's how those work out. And they work out really well when I'm sitting at my desk, because I can be sitting right here and then just reach under and pull out the fabric without having to roll these drawers out because they're facing my seat, if that makes sense. And then this one is facing straight ahead. And that has some different filming stuff that I don't use as often. And then in the basket above that is all newspapers because I want to start doing some paper mache stuff coming up soon. And then this rug down here I got from, oh, of course, I can't think of the word. Oh, IKEA, from IKEA a couple of years ago for I think it was $17.88, something like that. And I just think it works really well with the print right there. And I have it going that way because if I put it going along this way, this door won't open. I have to always flip the rug to open it. So I just did it the other way. And then on the other side of this shelving unit, I have my favorites, my 100 Crayola Super Tips, and a bunch of drawing tools and a little bit of paint tools that I use often. And behind that right here is a long arm stapler for making traveler's notebook inserts. And then behind that, I have a piece of art my son made me for Christmas several years ago. I'm from Oklahoma, and I just have a board and a little blanket on the back of it, because when the curtains are open and I get the sunlight, the sun really fades everything. The Arizona sun in the valley is something else. And so I just wanted to protect that, just to hopefully it wouldn't fade the canvas somehow. And then I've got this little angled desktop that I made out of Framer's quality foam board and T-pins and duct tape and all of that. And I use that to draw and write and sketch and everything. It really helps with my back and my shoulders and all that kind of thing. And underneath, I have this little angled thing to put your feet on that I got from Goodwill, and it's hot pink, so I love it. I got my chair from Amazon, and I still love it a lot. It's pink at the bottom, but it's a really light pink, so I always cover it because it gets dirty or looks dirty easily. And I got this real pretty blanket because I love pink and green from a different thrift store, not Goodwill, and I really like it. And then here at the top on my desk, I have to my right things that I use a lot. So I have this little rotating thing that's got different doodads in it that I got from Goodwill for a few bucks. I have a pink mug, of course, and one of my subscribers gave me that. I love it. It's so beautiful. And then on top, I have just something to hold my cameras, my phone for when I want to watch YouTube or listen to some music or something while I am working. And I have a little that's really cute that I got when I went to visit a little town out here, and it just helps to cover that and sit that on it. And then I made this contraption out of Framer's quality foam board and T-pins, and it holds my most used traveler's notebooks and planners and everything. And then these all were made from Dollar Tree. They were individual sections that I taped together, and I think it was 3 drawers together. Then I put all 9 of them together, and it's stuff that I use a lot there. I've got a little candle warmer in that container. This is my little trash paper thing, and I can dump it in my recycling, and that's all my tape, and all those containers came from Dollar Tree. And then I have a little fan that actually you can fill with water to make a little air conditioner on your desk for the summer. And I also have a little neck fan because it gets so hot, y'all. And then down here I have another set of plastic drawers that was actually all this size. I didn't have to make it smaller, but above it I have what I keep records of for my business. And then in here I have a lot of things that I use kind of frequently as well. And then here I've got different things that I use to have backgrounds for photos. And then I've got some different electronic things here also that I use. And then here at the top, I have also some of my original artwork up there and some stuff from when I was in the Navy and my military education and training, my bachelor's and master's degrees. And I never use it, but I love this ruler that I got from the Grand Canyon. So I just display it there. I've got a few things up here at the top that I very, very rarely use, like little craft foam, things like that. And then some filming stuff that I really need to just clean out because I don't use anymore, but I do have some stuff, some data on that to take down. And then I'm going to move this because it's too bright, but this is a piece of artwork my daughter did that same Christmas that my son did the Oklahoma for Christmas, and it became my logo for my business. Yeah. And then I've got some other things hanging up here, like stuff for paintbrushes and for a color wheel, and these little things that I haven't used yet from Dollar Tree that I will eventually with some junk journaling. Yeah, and then I've got under that a bunch of different inserts, traveler's notebook inserts and craft folders and dashboards all back here and by size. And then my son gave me this from Italy, a Pinocchio when he went, and then I got this when I went to a little town in Arizona called Tombstone. I got that from the thrift or from the, what do you call it, souvenir place. And then here on the back wall also, I've got some of my original art that's actually framed. And then this I made a long time ago, and behind it's more. It's different colors of ribbon by color. And I used some Dollar Tree shower, what do you call them, y'all? Shower caddies. Yeah. And so, yeah, there's another one. There's yellow and orange and brown down there. And then, let me get this back in place. I have these carts that I got from Michael's, and they're both beautiful. I love the color, and they have different things. This whole cart is all for junk journaling. All the supplies there, except for these different pens. They're just pretty and pink. I don't use those. And then here I've got all of my paper scraps, little pieces of paper scraps, all divided by color. I've got tissue, not tissue paper, but napkins over there. And then at the bottom, I've got some greeting cards and some stationery. And then on this wall, I've got some washi tape. Can't find words, y'all. And they are in these little bins hooked up with some zip ties and then also tied with ribbon, all by color or like category. So, and then I've got a couple little things I wanted to point out that one of my subscribers and Patreon members, Etta, made for me and sent me. I love that so much. It's hanging up there. And then I've got some of my art right there as well. And she sent me this also. Love it. And then this is hanging over there. She sent me as well. Yeah, I love that. And I just used some Dollar Tree stickers, wall stickers for the background. And these are just Dollar Tree cooling racks. And then underneath that, I have my Dollar Tree vinyl. And the extra vinyl is up here in this bag at the top of this shelf with some other things like tulle and poster board and contact paper. And then also hanging on here is all the other washi tape that you didn't see already. And at the bottom on the floor is this a little Dollar Tree trash bin, and in it is my different cutting tools. And finally, on this shelf, you see some more of my artwork there on the wall. Here I have all of my different journals and traveler's notebooks and planners categorized and set up in here. So like here on these containers, these are shoe containers. I've got art journals, traveler's notebook covers, junk journals, travel journals, and those are some as well. I've got Bible study journals and planners and traveler's notebooks, Celebrate Recovery and Spanish, prayer. And by the way, I completed PTSD therapy through the VA, and I would continue to go to Celebrate Recovery to stay healthy and help other people. And I'm currently going, right now, I'm not going to CR, I'm going to Grief Share. I'm going through it a second time, and then I'll revisit that. And then I've got prayer journals, and then I have bullet journals and bullet journals. And then at the very bottom is paper. They are paper pads divided up by categories. And then also here in the corner, I've got some paper bags from the grocery store. And then up here, I've got paper that goes into a printer or into a laminating machine, divided by category. And then these drawers, these two drawers, I have paper towel holders and toilet paper rolls. So all rolls, yeah. So I have some crafts planned for that. And I just recently glued these, and I'm going to decorate this to put little doodads in that I'm not sure what I want to do with. So like this is a cork somebody gave me. And then I'm definitely going to make something with this really pretty Jenga colored blocks from my friend Penny sent me. And then under there, I've got paper clips and did I go over these other ones? Let me go back. I didn't go over these containers over here. So back here, I've got some ink pads and ink, like brush pens that have ink in them, and sprays and dyes. And then I've got some little embossing powders and some colorful sparkly glue. And then on top of that is everything I need for stamping and stenciling for whenever I do bullet journal spreads. And then over here, I've got different paper clips. And in fact, on top of every little plastic cupcake holder section from Dollar Tree, I've got a little bitty set like this that's got little decorative paper clips in it, one of those. And so here I've got some A5 inserts, A5 inserts, A5 inserts, and then some other paper clips, some narrow elastics for traveler's notebooks and other and journals, some more wider ones, and then some card envelopes. And then here, these are all some different completed A5 inserts, and then these are TN templates for whenever I want to make traveler's notebooks and inserts. And then here is Dollar Tree. I think all of these beads are Dollar Tree, but they're all different beads and they're all category by type and color all throughout there. And in the back, you can see some of my backgrounds for my videos that I just covered vinyl on some foam board or poster board. And then the other paper here is all cardboard boxes for making journals and planners and things, and then all watercolor paper, mixed media paper, and sketching paper and pads. Well, that's everything, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and comment and share. It really helps my channel a lot, and it tells that YouTube algorithm to recommend my videos. You guys, please take care of your mind, body, and spirit. Your spirit, soul, and body. Because when one area suffers, they all suffer. Please continue to pray for me, and I'll continue to pray for you. And until next time, everyone, happy planning.